Well, let's go Tucker stream. Who it's been that long already. Good to see you, Tucker.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's everybody doing? It's been a while. It's been too long, but I'm back. I'm back on track. We're gonna be streaming regularly. Sid, thank you for the sub. 16-month streak. You're definitely tied for first on longest stream. Look at this. Oh, thank you, Chase Hare. Appreciate it.
I'm
to
looking
riff on
forward
this,
to another
baby.
stream.
Look at this. You see how the mic's moving? My room is so not level and I tried to shim this thing up, but I need to shim it even more. It might be okay now. It just slowly comes towards me. Sapo, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Should you ask the girl out? Yeah, why not? Stud man, thank you. Tier 1, 3 months in advance. Thank you very much. If you guys are looking to sub to something, if you're just itching for a subscription, check out the Take It Easy Patreon. We just launched it on Tuesday. So far, there's 3 bonus episodes on there. Plus, the Tucker and Emma reality recap is on there. The episode 1. Episode 2 of reality recap will be coming on Friday, I think, as well as the Project Zomboid Gaming episode number 1. So, yeah, a lot of stuff coming your way. I'm glad you like the reality recap. I think episode 1 of reality recap was better than 2, but I think 3 is going to hit really hard. Tomorrow, we're watching the next 2 episodes, and we might also be recording them. We'll see. Project Zomboid which I had bought 2015 or something. I played it once, forgot about it, whatever. Project Zomboid is a blast. If you guys haven't played that, you absolutely have to. Oh, I could definitely stream the Take It Easy SMP sometime. That's a good idea, Sid. Maybe Ted would. I bet he would stream with me too, even. What was I about? I was about to change the music, so we're not just like amping up endlessly here. Let me swap it around here to Steezy as always. Oh my god, my YouTube ad blocker broke. It no longer works. Finally, I mean, I knew they were gonna get me sooner or later, but it sucks. Okay, tell me how that volume is. Is that all good? Should I ask the girl out? Yeah, Goon King, absolutely. Why not? Worst thing she's going to say is no, and then you're back where you are right now. I got a Coors tonight, but probably just one. What's up, Domo? Domo, we got to get another game night going. You had to switch to Firefox for YouTube? I don't know if I can make myself... So, the problem is I use Google for everything.
Everyone, Date Saturday. And
one Date Saturday.
Also, hello all my friends in chat.
Date Saturday. That's pretty cool. How many dates in are we? Is this like a longtime girlfriend? Whoa, Josh Miller. Josh is Miller. Thank you for the 5 subs. Appreciate it. Wow, that's so generous. Thank you very much. Oh, Domo, if you want to play Rocket League tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern and later probably, Derek and I are going to play. It's a loose plan, but it'll probably happen. You can hop in if you want. We'll probably be on the Discord, on the private, the OG Take It
about
Easy
2 dates
Discord.
with this guy. I really like him though.
Awesome, Richard. Glad you're finding love.
There's a Take It Easy server.
There is a Patreon Take It Easy exclusive, but here's your lore drop. My private Discord that I've been running for years, like with my friends. Whoa, what the fuck? Cam costs? Holy fucking smokes. 25 subs. Damn, Cam costs, it's been a while, too. I'm not even streaming Minecraft tonight. Whoa, thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Damn, Cam costs, for those of you who don't know, when back in my SDMP glory days, when I was rocking like 400 fucking viewers, I don't know how that was happening. The Minecraft viewers crawling out of their cave. Camcost was influencing the server politics through massive sub donations. Camcost is a monster sub gifter and a big fan of the channel. So thanks for stopping in, Camcost. Appreciate the sub gift. That's awesome. Things are tight right now, so the subs go a long way. They go further than they normally do for like real shit, because starting Take It Easy has been a little expensive. / we were ending Chuckle, so Emma and I are in between things right now. How do these lifted subs work? I don't know how you lift subs, but gifted subs means that if you get gifted one, usually it's like random, you get no ads and you get like little sub things, but it's just a way to support the creator of your choice. I hope the Patreon, for those of you who are on the Patreon, shifting to that, I totally want feedback on it. Like, what do you think of the value? What do you think needs to change? Josh is Miller. Thank you for another sub. Appreciate it. Keep getting distracted. I want to know.
Let me take it easy. Listen,
how
I'll join the Patreon. I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, check it out. If you got the cash to spare, I think it's one of the better value Patreons out there, because for the first tier you get the bonus episode, but for the second tier you're getting a weekly gaming episode, the weekly bonus is included, and a twice a week reality recap with Emma and I. And then once a month, Camcost is throwing another 5 on the table. Thank you very much, Camcost. You're incredibly generous. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so if you got feedback on the Patreon, good, bad, ugly, you love it, let me know. I want to, it's totally new to me and Ted. He's never run a Patreon, so we're looking for stuff. We're trying to still find our voice and our flow within the regular podcast, but we've also got all these bonus things going too that we want to, figure out what the vibe is and what you guys want. Sid is actually running the Take It Easy Patreon Discord and the Patreon exclusive Minecraft server. So big shout out to Sid as always. Once Take It Easy becomes a profitable business, we're hoping to get Sid actually as like a real employee. So appreciate the subs too, Sid, as always. Sid is a sub king. If you guys if there's anybody new, Nicole resubbing. What's up, Nicole?
Tucker Nation, Tucker 52 didn't sing, Tucker 52 didn't sing, Tucker 52 didn't sing.
whenever you are ready, Nicole, you and Domo, if you want to organize a little game night 3-way like we were doing back then, let me know. I'm open to it. Menzie, haven't seen you in a
Long time
while.
no see,
Thank you
Tucker.
for the
Just
sub.
wanted to let you know I started Metroid Prime
That's-
Remastered, and it is really good. I
that
like it.
Metroid Prime Remastered is like my all-time favorite game. Like, hold on. Thank you, Lost Bride.
I'm in
Appreciate
class,
it.
so
Glad
I
to see
can't
you.
do your stay, but had to say and keep up the streak. Have a great stream.
What was I gonna say? Metroid Prime Remastered is so... Okay, Joe, you gotta take a break. I thought we were done with this. Okay, Metroid Prime Remastered. If you guys have a Switch and you haven't played it, or if you have played it, it is the best looking game on Switch. So purely right there, you're gonna have a visual treat on Switch. It looks like a PS4, PS5 game. It's really good, and it's 60 FPS. You can't beat that on Switch. Fucking Link's Awakening is stuttering at like 20 FPS. I have no idea how that's happening, but it's happening. Also, it's got the best atmosphere of any like Nintendo game. It's so unique. It's so good. It's so early 2000s. You got to check it out. You got to check it out. The other Metroids are great as well, but not all of them, though. There are some black sheep of the bunch. Whoa! Camcos throwing 600 bits on the table. Thank you again, Camcos. You are crazy generous. I have no idea how you do it. I don't know. I'll try to pass it along and put it to good work. Is there a way for patrons to watch Take It Easy live in real time? So Patreon, because we met with like a Patreon representative, because we're like, I don't know, like real deal partners. Camcos is throwing another 400. Camcos, feel free to chill out. I'm not going to stop you, obviously, but you don't have to. You don't have to donate. I love you all equally, but some of you do end up getting more attention. But don't feel you have to, but I do appreciate it. What was I going to say? Shit, I'm always getting distracted by you generous folks. Oh, yeah, we met with like the real Patreon representatives, and they are... Thank you, Vivian Morel. They're rolling out like a Patreon live streaming service, so I'm sure we'll end up using that at some point. So yeah, it'll happen at some point. There's no way it's not gonna happen. Right now, we're still just kind of getting things launched and getting into a schedule. It's been hectic. Things have been, we've been doing some late night editing, some early morning fucking damage control all over the place. Camcos, thank you for another gifted sub. Bimbo stole one of your kidneys. Bimbo is probably the sassiest Tucker lover out there. Always has been, probably always will be. What's up? Yada, yada. Yada, yada. 630. Camcos, thank you for another 300. I'm not a pogue. Always a boot, but not a pogue. Sorry. Although, pretty damn close, honestly. Camcos, all right. Camcos can't stop.
I got a GameCube. It was of your video.
Wait, you got a
It's been so
GameCube?
much fun. I am playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3
that's the
and
best.
Lego Star Wars 2 right now.
So here is some interesting stuff. Is Theorpo in here? If Theorpo comes in, if you're here, say something, because I got a message for you specifically. You already know. We've been DMing. But I'm on the hunt, and if you guys got one and you're willing to sell it to me, I would buy it off you. I'm on the hunt for a CRT monitor, something on a little bit nicer, but as long as like it works well, I'd buy it. But like 20 to like, or between like 15 and 30 or 25 inch like CRT box, I would love that. I would buy it off one of you. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I really want to have a CRT like up like on the side maybe, so I could play games, or maybe like somewhere cool in the house, like on a bookshelf with my GameCube. Ideally, Moldy Orange, thank you for the sub. Ideally, it would have component
You've 8
hookups.
months.
So it would
I
have
can't watch the
red,
whole
green,
stream.
blue,
I'm at
red,
work, but I hope you have a
white.
great stream.
Yeah. Ideally, that's what it would be. CRT stands for cathode ray tube, but it's just the boxy TVs of 2005 and prior, basically. I really want a little CRT. Camcos, thank you for subbing yourself. After all that, you weren't even subbed. That was
Tucker
somebody who
52
wasn't even
Cadmus.
subbed. That was the generosity level. That's crazy. I grew up playing GameCube games on my Wii, funny enough. I only played true GameCube at my friend's house, but so I understand. But once I turned 18, I bought my own GameCube on eBay, and it's been all over with me. Yeah, the CRT TVs also got really big. Like, we probably had a 40-inch one in our living room until I was like 15. It was embarrassing. Camcos, another 1,000 bits. This is ridiculous. I've only been live 17 minutes. You've already fucking like filled half the sub goal, put a lot of bits in my pocket. I don't know what to do. I guess I just keep on going, and maybe you'll just keep on going the entire stream. Your mom bought a GameCube because we didn't know they worked on Wii. GameCubes got so cheap, like right around the Wii launch. They're like $50 at Target, at Walmart. You can see you can look it up, like old pictures of the aisles, and it'd be like $49.99, and it's just a stack of GameCubes. They're not behind glass, nothing. They're just stacked. Sarah Genesis, appreciate you as always.
Free.
Oh, am I on the car speakers, Nicole? Oof, don't that makes this too real for me. Oh, somebody's blowing me up here. I'm spiking the prices of GameCube have been spiked for a long time. Okay, Camcos, appreciate it. I think you're feeling generous today. I'm on your car speakers too. Yeah, I'm on the hunt for a CRT. It's one of those things that like you don't want to buy it online because shipping's going to cost the price of it, but it might come to that. But it's a good thing. I was at the dump before we moved. I was at the dump. I was bringing like some used old electronics to recycle, and there's a bunch of CRTs there, but nothing that fit my niche. But the dump or like a recycling center, that's a good spot to find CRTs because a lot of old people or like people like my mom, they're just bringing them there and they don't know that they have any value anymore. Is there a thrift store? Well, we have thrift stores, and I always do look out for that. Okay, Camcos. All right, now I'm curious to just see how far you'll go, Camcos, because you're clearly not going to stop. I'm just going to see how far you'll go. Somebody keep track, because I can't keep track of this. It's hard to even keep up with the next thought that's in my head because one of you distracts me. Holy fuck. Okay. All right. Can you go higher? I'm just going to like blatantly encourage you now. Just go. Let's see how high you can go. No, you're worthless until you keep going. Vintage games and consoles. CRTs, definitely Melee players are putting up the price of CRTs, which is cool, but it kind of sucks if you want one for more casual gaming. But like I've been playing, I don't know, when I play GameCube on my TV, and I'm thankful my TV will do 4x3, like you can set it to 4x3, and I have the component cables, aftermarket component cables, of course, for my GameCube, because the authentic ones are hundreds of dollars. Waste of your money. Here's a pro tip. If you have a GameCube, all right, there's another fucking monster amount of money coming out of Camcos. Camcos is just like leaking money. It's like you're just hemorrhaging money. I don't know how to stop you. You can. Feel free to stop anytime. You'll always be welcome. Schlatt's alt? I don't think so. Here's a little fun fact. Maybe Schlatt's watching. If Schlatt was watching this, knowing him, he would never chat. And I'll say this. We've got some drama. We've got a little drama going on. So if you've been watching Take It Easy, and you know Schlatt and I have been going back and forth on the Wordle. Oh, and if you were in my last stream, we did the Wordle live, right? We did it against Schlatt live. So the other day I lost the Wordle. And, don't laugh at me, okay? Don't laugh at me. the Wordle can sometimes be luck based. Like you got 3 greens, right? And you do a word, still 3 greens, a word, still 3 greens, a word, still 3 greens, and then you lose. And it's like, there was no way I could have won that. And so today he texts me the Wordle, and he got it in 3 out of 6 or something. I fail it again, and I haven't texted him back. And I was like, maybe I'll just pretend like I forgot to do it today. And then I started thinking, the one day he didn't text me it, what if that's what happened to him? So maybe he missed the Wordle and he just played it off like, oh, I forgot to do it that day. Because I'm thinking about doing it to him. What do you guys think? Should I message Schlatt my failure today, or should I play it off? You tell me. Oh, what day is it? Oh, tomorrow. I was like, oh my God, I have a fucking meeting for
Tucker, what is the bird or animal of the day, bestie?
The bird or animal of the day? Eastern bluebird. Have honor. That's what I'm... Don't give him any ammo. Message him, then block him. Well, he gets a lot of different things. Be nonchalant. Okay, I'm going to send it. I'll do the right thing. Because we all know, now that we've cracked the code, thank you, Soapier Hot Dog 656. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Now that we know, now we've cracked the code, we know why he didn't respond that time. Camcos, okay, another. Still going. Still fucking going. I'll tell you about the Eastern Bluebird in a second. But now that we know why he didn't respond, and it's because he lost and he was too afraid, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know where I'm going with this. I lost my train of thought because of Camcos again, and Soapier Hot Dog. You guys are distracting. Let's see. So the word today, I'm going to spoil it. So you can mute this for a second, or like, it's the Wordle. I don't give a fuck. None of you play the Wordle because Schlatt doesn't text you it and you're not 90. The Wordle today was scrum. And I put in scrub as my last word, thinking like, oh, I've got it. Scrub, of course. Because I had the S, I had the R, and I had the U. And I was like, it's scrub. It's scrum. What the fuck? I've never even heard that word in my life. What the fuck is a scrum? So, yeah, it was a bummer. And now this is my second loss in like a week? Less than a week? It's my second loss. Okay, look. Yeah, he got it in 3 out of 6. I got it in none out of 6. We'll see what he says. You guys can wait for the reveal. He's going to comment. There's no way. What's my starting Wordle word? I usually just use a word that has something to do... Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought that was fucking Camcos.
I have an in-person interview with a Disney resort today. I'm going to go prep for it. Bye, Tucker. Bye,
See
Chen.
you later, Nivison and Co. Good luck with the job. That's pretty crazy. Disney resort. What state? I should probably know. Camcos is still fucking going. Okay. I'm not going to respond to Camcos anymore. So I'm not doing it. I'm not going to acknowledge you. This is too much. Am I letting my hair grow out? Yes, but it's not intentional. I'm not trying anything. It's just I moved. I don't have a barber, and I'm anxious about that first encounter. Had I still lived in Binghamton, I got a great barber there. I would have already gone. But now it's like, oh, geez, I got to find a new barber. Like, it's going to be a pain. Okay, where am I? I do. That is a good first word. Okay. I'm looking disheveled. Yeah, I know. I'm way out of rigs here. It's okay. Never getting a mullet. Absolutely not. Insidious, 5 subs. Appreciate it. classy move. 5 subs is a classy amount of subs because it's like, it's generous, right? Like it's a generous move, but it's not like dumping them, you know? Which, I mean, hey, feel free to dump. I'm not going to stop you from dumping, but the 5 is classy. You know, I'll go into a different stream and I'll drop a 5 because I feel like the 5, the 1 is like, hey, I got to sub to you, like, you know, and then I'm out the door, like I got something to do. But the 5's a classy number. And I'll say that, like the 1 is like functional, 5's classy, 10 you're showing off, 25, okay, you actually have real money. Any higher than that, like, you're just flexing your wealth on everybody. And, like, that's okay. See, Camcus, classy 5. Oh, fuck, I acknowledged Camcos. Thanks, Nivisenko. But it's Hawaii. Oh, whoa, Hawaii. That's pretty cool. What does Ted's family think about the stash? I don't think they like it. I don't think they like it. His mom definitely doesn't. His mom was blowing up my DMs the other day. I had to leave her on red at one point because she pissed me off. Yeah, the mustache is a little out of control. But, you know, okay, whatever. One time, this is actually, I'll give you another lore drop. It's probably 2 years ago now. I was in Los Angeles for a Chuckle, I think. And Ted and I were making the video where we went and like tried to find secret fast food items. My idea. And we made a GoPro video. I was wearing like GoPros from my POV. And I like held him down and shaved the old mustache off. Because he had this mustache for a very short window a couple years ago. There's a GoPro video somewhere of like my perspective of me holding Ted, shaving him clean. So, and then he never put it in. He was gonna put it in something and then just didn't do it. I don't know why. I would love to do it again. I would love to. Making him bald, that'd be pretty cool. I should do a subathon at some point in this new apartment. Or not an apartment, this new house. I'd have to put up my air mattress down there. That would be tough for me, I think. I think that would be tough for me. But I'm thinking about it one day. I mean, this would be a good time to do it. Although, you guys would actually just be on stream with me, and I would be working on Take It Easy, like, edits and stuff. We have a good air mattress right now. But now we have an actual guest room with a real bed. So now when, like, my parents come, Emma's parents come, friends, family, they have a real bed they can stay with us. Because before they would stay... Well, her parents actually air mattressed once at our old place. But, like, my sister would sleep on the couch. But parents were generally getting a hotel room, so... Think of your Twitch mods who'll have to moderate the subathon. Well, maybe they could get in and play some games with me during the subathon. There we see. Now we got a deal. Flexing. We don't. It's not like we own this house. We are renting. Okay. Renting is hardly a flex. It's hardly a flex. Renting is brutal right now, too. You're paying mortgage prices. You're just paying someone else's mortgage. You're not getting anything out of it either. I just got a message from the VA secretary. I don't know if any of you are veterans or like veteran affiliated. The VA sends me emails that are like spam. It's like a spam fucking email. Oh, the Eastern Bluebird. The reason that's the bird of the day is I had my window open. So I have like outside my kitchen window, I have a little suet cage for a block of suet. The bluebirds love it. And I think that's more of a winter habit for them because bugs are not really around in the winter. So they're hitting the suet feeder a lot. And today I had the window down and it was perched on like the bar that hangs and it was singing. And because the window is open, it was really pretty. It was super cool. you don't hear bluebirds sing that often. Like titmouse sings all the time. Cardinal's always chirping. Chickadee's always making noise, right? You don't hear bluebirds that often. So yeah, it was really cool. I had some grapes that were kind of going bad, and I filled the suet cage with just like red grapes. And I'm interested to see if any of the birds will go for it. If not, you know, just throw them out in the woods. But that's my current little test. Yappiest bird is like probably like a house finch or a house sparrow or a European starling. Have you ever played the South Park games? No. I'm not a huge South Park fan. I don't know why. I think I like, there are good clips and moments that I've seen, but I've never really been like into South Park. I really need, if you're ever going to watch Drag Race on Patreon, maybe. I don't know what we're going to do after Love is Blind. We'll see if anything pops up. And like, once we start getting feedback, we could do a poll even and see like what people want and stuff. But we'll do another reality. I'm hoping like a MILF Manor season 3 comes out, because that was a crazy show. See you later, Beanie. Thanks for watching. Show you what a bluebird looks like? I can't, because I have my PS5 set up on the other monitor right now. The last time I played Ark Survival was like 10th grade. What was I going to say? Eastern bluebird is like a brilliantly blue, like nice blue, like indigo bird with a like a rusty chest. It's a very pretty bird, but they don't eat seeds, so they won't come to a traditional feeder. They'll hit suet, and they'll come if you have some fruit in your feeder. Like I've been putting this mix. I have a tray feeder going right now. I've been putting this mix in that has some berries, like cranberries or something, and they like that. But they typically want mealworms or like earthworms and stuff. What was I going to say? We could hop in. You're a Mourning Dove fan? I don't know. Your mom and sister say hi? What's up, mom and sister? Oh, I'm on the living room TV? Get me out of there. Get me out of there. I'm supposed to be in like a dorm room or something. That's how I picture myself being. Well, actually, I don't like to picture myself on other people's screens. I'm a pretty introverted, like not super, I don't know, flamboyant person, I guess. So to think of me on like someone's TV in their living room, or I don't know, it's too real. It makes it too real, you know? Oh, Tiny Tyler. I am watching Severance. I actually just talked about it in the Patreon bonus episode. That was like half the episode we were talking about Severance that we recorded yesterday. I just watched last night episode 3, season 1. So I'm way behind. I never watch new shows because I'm just like a loser like that. But my sister was visiting New York City. We were both in New York City, and she was like, come on, please watch Severance. So I was like, okay, I'll humor her. I watched it. I think that's one of the greatest pilots of a TV show I've ever seen. It felt like the same kind of mental, like, good, like, your mind's going crazy as the Truman Show movie. It was like the same, it was just making your mind run. Like, you're thinking about all the possibilities and everything. So yeah, I was like, this is incredible. So yes, I just watched episode 3. I won't even spoil it, because if you haven't watched Severance, I'm telling you, as someone who like doesn't watch a lot of TV, it is amazing. I'm also on the last season of Better Call Saul, which the Better Call Saul is really good. I mean, you have to kind of have seen Breaking Bad to appreciate it, but that show's really good. But yeah, Severance has got to be the best show out there right now. Yeah, if you like The Truman Show, it is right up your alley. It is a very similar vibe. Yellowstone, I've seen clips of Yellowstone that got me interested, and I've seen clips that haven't. So I don't know. I'm not in the market for a new show right now because I got to finish Better Call Saul, and I'm enjoying Severance, which I have a season and a half of to watch still. More than that, so almost got me. What do I think about Invincible? I've never seen that. I've never heard of that. What I am anxiously awaiting is sorry, someone texted me. I am waiting for season 3 of House of the Dragon. That I'm very excited for, because unlike all the internet bitchy whiners, I liked House of the Dragon season 2. So go fuck yourself if you didn't. Don't care. I also liked all of Game of Thrones. Sure, there were some cheesier moments towards the end. It felt a little rushed, but you know, that's that. Still a fucking damn good show. So yeah, and compared, like, the bad seasons of Game of Thrones were still way ahead of like anything Disney's made in years. So yeah. Oh, The Boys. Ted's been telling me to watch The Boys for like 10 fucking years. I've never seen it. See you later, Cam Koss. Appreciate everything you did for us today. You're incredible, and I hope you come back one day. You could come back and just enjoy the show. You don't need to just be like dropping crazy like nuclear bombs amount of money, but you always can. You know, you're always welcome to do that, but feel free to just watch it if you want to. If you ever got famous enough to go on The Masked Singer, what would you be? I've never seen The Masked Singer. Thoughts on the new Shrek? It looked stupid. Shrek 1 and especially Shrek 2 are really, really good. If you haven't seen them since you were a kid or something, I highly recommend watching Shrek 1 and 2 again. It holds up incredibly well, and it's a great kids movie because it's not really for kids. It's like an adult movie that's PG. The jokes are really, really good. They're witty. It's awesome. I've never seen the Jack Reacher Amazon Prime show, but I've seen a lot of clips. That was big on YouTube Shorts. I've never seen Shrek Forever After. Oh, man, we got the thing promoting the pod on here? That's pretty cool. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the podcast, I'm a host on the Take It Easy podcast. Check it out. Should you have chicken or pizza for dinner? Well, if you're trying to maintain that figure or trying to cut, go chicken. But if you're naturally skinny, go pizza. I'm not blessed. We did a 23andMe recently. I'm so stuffed up. I don't know why. We did 23andMe recently, and I found out, well, I already knew this just based on living, but I found out I am predisposed to being overweight, which is, and I'm also 75% Irish, which is an Irish thing because a lot of people with fast metabolisms in Ireland died during the potato famine. Ew. That's the first thing you ever said to me, Vintage Vane. So yeah, we're back on the cut. During the move, got kind of lost on the diet. Didn't regress all the way or anything, but lost sight of the thing. But we're going back in. Also, I'm going to give you guys an inside scoop, and I'll probably talk about this on Take It Easy, whether it's Patreon or whatever, at some point, but I have started hitting the basketball court after my workouts. Just shooting hoops by myself because I'm abysmal. I am terrible at basketball. But I think I'm decent at dribbling and like moving. It's the shooting. I'm terrible at shooting. Although today we had a little bit of a breakthrough. Today, I learned that when you're shooting, it's not about throwing the ball. It's about jumping. It's all in the legs. The legs is where you're propelling the ball from. So yeah, here's a little secret, Yikaru, because Ted and Hassan invited me to play when I was there, but I'm like so abysmally bad, and that I was like, no, that's way too stressful. I'm thinking, what if I get really good at basketball? Like I can just hit three-pointers, you know? Because I'm short. I'm not short, but compared to them, they're both 6'4" or whatever. I'm 5'11". And 5'11" is short in the basketball world. If I can get really good at shooting, I could play. And I'd like to get really good. And then next time I'm out there and they're like, oh yeah, you want to play? I'll be like, absolutely. Let's fucking do this. So yeah. That's my secret master plan. I don't want to see that on Reddit. I don't want to see that anywhere else. Keep it in here. I might give it to my patrons, which some of you probably overlap. But yeah, 5'11" ain't short. 5'11" is primo. It's the top of the top. Because 6 foot, like every guy's 6 foot, right? If you're 5'11", you are the king of all the 5-footers. You're perfect. You're right in the slot. And you don't have that 6 foot ego. You know, 5'11" keeps you grounded, but it still keeps you above everyone. It keeps you above average. It keeps you above all the 5-footers. It keeps your ego in check. It keeps you competitive for women. Because it's very rare you're going to meet a woman who's 5'11" or higher. Because I'm assuming, you know, we'll go with the stereotype. You know, most guys want a woman that's shorter than them. Most girls want a guy that's taller than them. 5'11" keeps you right in the sweet spot. Well, if you're 5'1" and your boyfriend's 5'7", that's perfect. You're already short as fuck. You're like a hobbit, so you could really get any guy out there. It doesn't matter. You seem like a combat sports guy. No, I'm not. Appreciate that. That feels like a compliment, honestly. That feels like a compliment, but no, I'm not. I ski raced in high school, but I was using hand-me-downs until like my final year. So don't come after me. Everyone else on the team was going skiing every weekend at their parents' resort condo. I was like, and they always had like brand new shit every year, and I was using hand-me-downs. I'll call people hobbits. Yeah, I can do that. My plants are nice. Yeah, they're pretty lush. Well, so this is a south-facing window. When we were in Binghamton, which is a notoriously cloudy city, if some of you OGs remember the big-ass window that we had on the first place, that was great. But when we moved upstairs, we had 3 windows like this that were like at the floor. And so they would end like this high. And our ceilings were like 15 feet. And the apartment went really deep. It was an old factory building that was repurposed. So it wasn't like traditionally laid out. It had so little sunlight. And it's winter. And winter in Binghamton is clouds all day. Ithaca, Corning, all those upstate, like Syracuse, like all those central New York cities, it's just clouds all winter. Even in the summer it can be cloudy. But so some of these guys were in like stasis or dying. And now this guy has like doubled in size since we've been here. A couple others have too. Although some of them I think are getting too much light right here. So I need to adjust things. It'd be kind of nice to have a corner table back there. Although I got Benson back there right now, which I think he looks pretty good there. Oh, check out this new hiking backpack I just got. It's a LL Bean like 2-day. Sorry, I got the beer burps. I don't know. This was my school bag, but I don't know what it's called, but it's really nice. It's green. It's cool. Winnie the Pooh's right there, Sid. Right there. What are you trying to catch me? You trying to pull a quick one on me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh yeah, winter for you guys has got to be dark as fuck. I mean, it's dark. Well, actually, it's finally starting to get a little bit lighter. It gets dark at 5:30 now, but in like December, it's like 3:30. Start a bonsai. I would like to do a bonsai, but that's like a lifelong project, so I'm not in a rush to start one. I want to do an Eastern hemlock bonsai. Emma's great. If you want to see more Emma, you got to check out the Patreon, guys. Emma and I have an on-camera show, just the two of us, on Patreon. Emma's short. Emma's 5'1" or 5'2". I'm so ready for summer. So here, I'll let you guys in on some plans I have going. I am gonna, in my basement, I'm gonna build nice shelves, the whole thing, which maybe I'll do a before and after picture and I'll post it on Instagram or something. That could be cool. And then I'm doing, since I finally, I don't own a house, but I'm living in a house. I can do raised beds. I'm doing a big, nice raised bed this year. It's gonna, I should do it before and after too to show you what's there now, because it's trash. And I'm thinking about doing a big, like, there's this like kind of awkward in between two houses, like patch of grass, nice little yard. I was thinking in the middle, I could do a big circle, and I could even do like cobblestones around it to like make it nice and neat, and do like all native flowers, just like a big kind of like meadow flower bed, like goldenrod, milkweed, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I have some pretty cool outdoor projects that I'm thinking about doing. I need to get an allotment. What the hell is an allotment? The fishing episode's absolutely happening. It's already in the pre-planning stages. My family is lucky enough to own a boat. It's not anything crazy. It's a 16-foot Boston Whaler from 2001. I think it was like $5,000. So it's not anything special, but it's going to get the job done. It's going to get the job done. Last year, I caught a lot of fish on it. And I'm confident that we can go out there and catch fish on camera, no problem. Yeah, it's a Boston Whaler Ventura 160, which they don't even make anymore. I don't think it was a super popular model. We got it wicked used. My mom's never had a boat, and she always wanted one, so she got it as a gift, which has been like a dream come true, because I love the ocean. Being out on the ocean is like my favorite thing ever. But I'm actually, one of my fishing goals this year is to get better, or to actually not get better. I don't know how to do it at all. To learn and get proficient at fly fishing. So yeah. Oh, maybe that definitely is a UK thing. I never heard that. We have like community gardens in some US cities and stuff, but most people in the US, most people are living in the city, but a lot of people in the US are living in the countryside. Like, I would say like a third of the US is cornfields or soybean fields or something. But yeah, we have community gardens, but a lot of people are gardening on their own little plots of land and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to do some gardening outside this year, which I'm so excited for. So yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to. You do not need to have a boating license to drive a boat. That being said, I do have one. The rule in the family, so in my family, the rule is like if you want to take the boat out by yourself, and I've been driving boats since I was a little kid because extended family has them, and I just happened to be in a position to do a lot of it growing up. But no one else in like my immediate family was like that. It's like extended family. So to do the immediate family rule is if you want to take the boat out like on your own, you have to pass the boat license course, which is legally optional, but it's like a family requirement, and it is like 8 hours straight of PowerPoints online. You can't skip ahead. No bullshit. Like, it sucks. No, it's all online. It's just like death by PowerPoint, little quizzes. It sucks. Well, I'm speaking about Massachusetts, but I'm fairly certain most of the U.S. operates like that. Oh, thank you, Cam Cost. I'll acknowledge that. Always acknowledge the Patreon. The Patreon is really helping us out. It takes a lot of work to put all that out, and it's really helping Emma and I be able to make this stuff and enjoy making it and exist. So yeah. And also, we really want to make enough to be able to hire more people. We want to hire somebody to make shorts. We don't love making shorts, but they're pretty helpful on YouTube. And if we can give somebody a job to do that, that's what we're trying to do. Okay, Vintage Vein. The second tier is not that expensive. Like, totally optional. You don't have to buy it. But I think for the value is really good. Oh, shorts did ruin YouTube. Absolutely. But if you're in the game, which I am, they are necessary now. Shorts are... Sid, if you want to learn editing, you can absolutely get the job. And Camcos, stand by for that. I would say, like, come summer, there'll probably be some merch being talked about. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, shorts... And like when you make a short for a show like Take It Easy or Chuckle Sandwich, you post it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. The short is like advertising. It's like in-house advertising. It's not like YouTube Shorts, unless you're doing them in mass, getting hundreds of millions of views, Shorts aren't really making money. So Shorts are advertising, because we saw comments when we first launched Take It Easy. Immediately we made some Shorts, and they're like, wow, Shorts already, like, you guys have sold out, blah blah. And it's like, Shorts are advertising. Like, we aren't clip farming the episodes, but it's like, if you want to get your name out there, like the Basement Yard, they blew up because of their clip game. You're buying Premiere Pro right now. Premiere Pro is fucking expensive. It's a bummer. I bought it this year. We were mooching off Ted when we were working for Ted. So mooching is not the right word. But I had to buy the Adobe Suite this year, which is like $800 a year. Pretty expensive. But there's what's the other one? DaVinci. I've heard really good things, and I'm hoping it puts some little competition against Adobe. Shorts just made it not as fun to grow your brand. Yeah, they're like, but it's just whether you like them or hate them, whatever, just the reality of today. How do you join the Patreon SMP? Insidious will get you in there. Okay, do you guys want to keep chatting? I'm totally happy to keep chatting, but we can also switch to God of War. I know a lot of you are here for the chatting. What is that symbol? Listening only. We can just chat tonight. It's no big deal. I'm on a more regular schedule now. So I'll be streaming more now. Student discount on Adobe. That sounds good. Tucker lives. This is a huge day for people with crumbs in their bed. When I catch Emma eating a snack in the bed, like, say, like, I'm streaming or I'm, like, playing games, I go up and she's, like, watching a movie and eating, like, some chips in bed. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I know she's making a mess. And I wonder if she's home. No, she's not home yet. She went to Aldi. If you guys want cheap groceries, Aldi. Go to Aldi. It's not the best grocery store. It's actually, in terms of aesthetic and vibe and like a little extra fun things, like a little bakery or like a cheese section or like a wine section, that ain't it. Aldi sucks. But everybody, if you're an adult, you know that groceries are expensive as fuck right now, and Aldi is a really good place to get groceries. You'll save like $50 to $100 on a load of groceries. So Wegmans is the best overall grocery store. Wegmans will have a great lunch options. They'll have a great bakery. They'll have a great beer section. They'll have all the name brand stuff that you need, but they'll also have like some niche products and some in-house products. Wegmans is like the best overall grocery store, I think. We have some local places that are like super local name, and they have the highest quality food, but they like, if you really want like Cape Cod chips or like say you want like a bag of Lay's, they are not going to have it. It's too niche, which can be a problem. Like, you can't get Coors Light at this grocery store nearby. You can get like a bunch of niche beers and IPAs and stuff, which is fine. But like, okay, now I just got to stop at another store. Wegmans is too dark inside. I can actually kind of get behind that. It is pretty dark. Do I have Harris Teeters up there? That definitely sounds like a Southern thing, dude. Harris Teeters? That sounds like a... Harris Teeters sounds like I shouldn't be saying that out loud. Yeah, Sid, if you want to make a short, try it out. Send it to me. We'll see what you got. Because our goal is to hire somebody to make shorts as soon as possible. Right now, we can't afford it. But ideally, Patreon gets going. Episodes are going. We're growing. And yeah, just whatever moment is the funniest. It's an East Coast thing. It's not a Northeast thing. I'll tell you that much. I constantly am between New York City and north of that. I've never heard of that. Sheetz is like a Midwestern, isn't it? I feel like I see him in Pennsylvania, but that's it. Pennsylvania kind of like dabbles with what region it's in. It can slide. It can be Midwest, but it can be Northeast too. Shorts for what? Podcast. Absolutely the podcast. I mean, if you guys want to make shorts of the stream and post them online, I'm not gonna stop you. But no, we're looking to hire an editor for shorts on the streams. Wait, shorts on the podcast. Yeah, the font is Cool Vetica. You got to download it because I don't think Adobe has it built in, but it's really, really easy to install. Yeah, Cool Vetica is the official Take It Easy font right now. It's subject to change because I think Ted is hiring or doing like he's talking with like a aesthetic designer or something. We just been chatting, Lost Bri. You haven't missed much. Camcost never really stopped donating, but she just left. Other than that, we just been talking about everything. I keep getting distracted, probably bouncing around all over the place. Playing a little Rocket League later tonight, I think. With Derek and maybe Domo, it sounds like, if Domo's still here. The thing with just chatting is it gets hard. Like, I always feel like I'm chatting, and then people kind of slow down. So then it's like natural game time. Domo's always grinding. Domo streams so much. I don't know how he does it. My favorite aspect of the video creation process. That's a great question. Let me think. Not the editing. Well, I don't know. It kind of depends. Sometimes you'll have like a good time. There are parts of the filming that are fun. There's parts of the editing. Honestly, I would say like the thumbnail. I think the thumbnail is really fun to make, which is really, really, really important. Arguably the most important part of the process. Your sleep schedule is bad? Yeah, I can kind of tell. We've had some late night texts, I feel like. I haven't played Uncharted. I actually just bought Uncharted 1 for PS3. I've thought about playing it because I was playing my PS3 over the holidays a little bit. But I don't know. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm yawning. Sometimes when I'm on streaming, well, I've done this. I stop breathing, I think. Because I'm talking so much, I'm not breathing. So then I start yawning. Editing's good. At Markiplier, when he was on Chuckle, gave us a great speech about how much he likes editing, which was really interesting. So for Fallout games, I enjoy Fallout New Vegas almost as its own concept rather than liking the brand of Fallout in general. Like Fallout 3 I thought was okay. New Vegas I think is amazing. And then I didn't really like 4 and I haven't played the others. And I think it's more just because, like, at least for Bethesda Fallouts, I'm just not really into their vibe. But I do really like Fallout New Vegas, which is Obsidian. It's not Bethesda. I don't know why. My next video, I was thinking of doing... I filmed a whole hike I did in the winter at 6 a.m. It was cold as fuck. And I stopped at, like, specific trees or moments. And I was going to then do, like, green screen little presentation for, like, a minute or two each about, like, that specific tree or little thing. I did watch the Pokemon Presents, and I thought it was lame as fuck. Pokemon Presents, yeah, let's talk about that. Pokemon Presents showed Pokemon ZA or whatever the fuck. Lame as hell. Of course, I played Left 4 Dead. Huge Left 4 Dead fan. Pokemon Presents, or Pokemon ZA, is... It looks like the 3DS games. It literally looks like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire just on a 1080p screen. Like, the graphics are still the same, like, muted color bullshit with no lighting. Like, everything... The biggest problem with Pokemon games right now is literally the lighting. The lighting is so fucking flat. Like, You see a game like Ghost of Tsushima, which obviously is running on PS5. Actually, it came out on PS4. But you know what I mean? The lighting is crazy. The Witcher 2015, the lighting, fucking Grand Theft Auto, like there's dynamic lighting. Like Pokemon doesn't have that. It's super flat. Kind of like Breath of the Wild has that a little bit, but Breath of the Wild's art direction is a lot better. They theme the colors better. Pokemon ZA looked boring, and it looked like, man, you guys are just putting in the least amount of effort possible on these games. You are the biggest franchise. You're the biggest. I think it's the biggest franchise in history. It's certainly the biggest video game franchise. It's like the biggest media franchise in history. They have limitless funds to make a Pokemon game. Why does it not look like, I mean, obviously you're limited to the Switch's hardware, which is tough, but like, look at Metroid Prime 4, or I mean, Metroid Prime Remastered. Insane graphics. Like, it's beautiful. It is made with so much love and care. And then you have this bullshit fucking Pokemon. The Pokemon Company, or Game Freak, or whatever the fuck, because it's not Nintendo. Nintendo has exclusive rights and is a major shareholder of the Pokemon Company, but they don't own them. And I'm thinking, one of my bigger problem with Pokemon is like lost media. If you want to play authentic Pokemon and you don't like, there's no way to do it. If you want to play authentic Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6 Pokemon in, I think Gen 7 too, in 2025, you have to go buy the old system and an authentic copy. If you want to play Pokemon Emerald and Game Boy Advance authentically with a fresh battery that works, you're talking about, I don't know, like $400, $350. That's ridiculous. And Nintendo Online, or Nintendo Switch Online, NSO, is pretty fleshed out now. It started off kind of lame, but Nintendo Switch Online for $5 a month or whatever, which gets you at least NES and SNES, is a really good value. I was opposed to it initially, and I still wish you could purchase them outright, like something PlayStation does, which I like, is they have their PlayStation Plus where you get access to the library, but you can also always outright buy the game and download it, and it's like attached to your account. Nintendo doesn't do that. It's only subscription based. Oh well. Beside that, they have a huge library of games on there, but and I know they can do it, and I know it's been recently done, because if you had a 3DS, they had Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon games on there, which were compatible with Pokemon Bank, which was super cool. It was like, oh my god, this is the future of Pokemon. This is great. Like, I can play Gen 1, I can have my starter, go through the game, I can then put it in Bank, and then pull it out on my Switch game or something. That's awesome shit right there. That's so cool. So I know it can be done. Also, think about this. I'm a big Gen 3 nerd. You got Pokemon Emerald on Nintendo Switch, and like, they don't even have to add it. They could just add it to the eShop if they really want to cash in. Like, make it $10, make it $15, make it fucking $20. It'll still sell. It'll outsell modern games. It'll outsell like a Silent Hill 2 release. Pokemon is that popular. And people are so nostalgic for Pokemon. Like, Pokemon cards are as big as they've ever been. So I just don't understand, why are we not putting Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green on Nintendo Switch? If you had your, like, I never play my Switch handheld. If Nintendo made a home console that wasn't handheld, like, I would buy it in a heartbeat, because I never use it. I know that's an unpopular opinion or just uncommon, but that's just my setup. I never play it on the go. But if I had Pokemon Emerald on the OLED Switch screen, and I could take it with me, I could go to LA and then trade with Ted over Bluetooth, just like the old games with the link cable or the wireless adapter, I would be doing that all the time for sure. Yeah, like Pokemon Emerald would outsell ZA, I feel like. It would go so hard. And if they just did it with Pokemon Bank integration or whatever they're using now, and they added Bluetooth wireless trading between copies, like, chef's kiss. I would be so invested. And then also, and here's a real kicker. You could do $60, dual pack. You don't even need to remaster. Let's say $40 if you don't remaster, $60 if you do. A dual pack on cartridge of Coliseum and XD with integration to the Virtual Console games on Nintendo Switch Online and Pokemon Bank, like the whole fucking thing, the whole Pokemon ecosystem. Oh my God. And it's not even that hard. It's not that hard. Like, Nintendo 3DS already did half the work. And it's not like the architecture isn't there on modern software and hardware. Like, it can all be done. Like, people do this on bootleg fucking apps on iPhone 4. I was playing Bootleg Emerald on my iPhone 4 in like 9th grade. It can be totally done. And they have native Game Boy Advance Virtual Console shit on Switch. So like that is already there. But the Pokemon there are no Pokemon games on, except I think Pokemon Stadium came, which when that came to N64 online, I was like, okay, here we go. This is going to start. And Pokemon Snap. I was like, but something makes me think that Stadium and Snap are owned by Nintendo or something, not Pokemon Company. But I don't know. Wait, here we go. Schlatt says, frowny face. He says, I'm worried you're not taking Wordle seriously. Am I? What should I say? That hurts. Yeah, Lost Bri, of course. You can always clip me and do whatever you want with it. No, I did the Wordle. I'm sorry I didn't guess Scrum. Okay, I'm going to say, okay, but what the fuck is a Scrum? Should we make an accusation? I should do it on the podcast because he watches the podcast. So he'll see it. It's a type of meeting. Frogman, you said it at the same time he did. Let me look this up. Let me look up a Scrum. I've never heard the word Scrum in my life. It looks like it's a rugby term. He says real white collar stuff. It's used a lot in the tech world. Oh, he's typing. He's still got more to say. He says, I guess I won't hold this one against you. He got it on the third one, too. That's crazy. He only had S. I just don't understand how... Are you playing on hard mode? I don't know. I'm not playing on easy mode. Yeah, who picks Scrum before Scrub? Accuse him of cheating? I don't know. That's kind of nerve-wracking. Challenge him to the mini? Oh. We could do... I feel like I need to come up with something witty here. Oh, Lost Boy acting class. Go enjoy. Sounds fun. Redactyl. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. My vocabulary, I feel like, has gotten worse. Anybody else been feeling that? Let me see when the last one I lost was. Saturday, I lost the Wordle. But look at my Wordle score on Saturday. Like, I got robbed. I got the Chuckle merch before you guys ever even knew about it. This is a test. Cause look, it's got the red thing. This is a test merch sample. I've had this. We got a bunch of sample merch pieces for stuff. There's something. I'm going to say there's something I'm going to accuse you of. But I'll save it for the audience. Where's my... Oh, here we go. He says he gave me this emoji and said, make sure you let them know I got it in 3 too. But he thinks that I'm going to accuse him of cheating. But what we are accusing him of is that when he didn't respond that one time, he actually lost because Schlatt has not missed a day except that one day. So I think he lost and he didn't reply with his score. He is not in the room with me. Absolutely not. I would feel his presence. So, what do you guys got that's going on? The menu shirt with the typos? Honestly, I might. I'd have to look. Yeah, Menzie, right? Oh, Mary Berry. What's up, Mary Berry? Typo menu shirt. I should sell it. I should auction it. I wonder how much it would go for. Deep question. Coors Light or Banquet? Light. Absolutely. First time chat. Big question. Absolutely Coors Light. I love those blue Rockies. Well, they're fading fast. Banquet's good. Don't get me wrong. But Light? I could hit 15 Coors Lights right now. I pick water. Okay. Narc alert. Get Menzie a fucking beer and force him to drink it. How do you feel about choice-based story games like Telltale Life Strange? I've never played them. I don't know. No opinion. No opinion. They don't interest me enough for me to pick one up, though. I'll tell you that. Who's got something going on in their life? Or who has a question for me? I'll take questions now. This is the question and answer period. Oh, you're playing Zomboid? That's pretty cool. Oh, Stanley Parable. That's something I've always wanted to play. How long does Stanley Parable take to play? You'll drink a beer once a baseball team you work for wins a championship? That could never happen, Menzie. I'm not that interested in motorcycles. No, I think they're death traps. Best Left 4 Dead character, Coach. Easy. Chicken or egg? Chicken. Pipey, thank you very much, Pipey. See, classy move, dropping 5 like that. Thank you, Pipey. Always a generous chatter. Appreciate it. There will be guests on Take It Easy. No one's confirmed, or we don't have anything in the works this second, but yeah, it'll happen. You just bought a new PC yesterday because you're in Canada and the tariffs are about to kick in? Oh, yeah. What kind of PC did you get? What are the specs? Where do you see yourself after another year of streaming? Hopefully we've grown, right? I hope I'm doing better with more viewers and more chatters, I guess. I don't know. Like, how do you... I hope I just keep going up like a graph. I don't know. You should build a shrine in the Patreon Minecraft. I have some Patreon Minecraft ideas that I think will be fun. I play Left 4 Dead. Oh, I do like the basic vanilla Left 4 Dead, but the Steam Workshop mods are pretty fun. You get like Shrek or Teletubbies or Yoshi, that kind of thing. That's pretty fun. Schlatt, a permanent guest. I don't think he's looking for a podcast right now. Dream guest? Probably Nakey Jakey. Which, Nakey Jakey was supposed to come on Chuckle so many times, but things kept conflicting and stuff, so. Streaming doesn't feel like a job. I've been really vibing with my streams lately. Like, there have been times when I was streaming in the summer. I was streaming a lot, and sometimes I was like, oh shit, I told people I would stream. I don't want to today or something. But lately, I've been feeling good about the streams, and it might be because I have so much. Benson's behind me there. But no, this is good. Maryberry, I'm trying not to go all in. It's really easy to think of video essay style videos, but I don't know if I'm that good at them yet. Maybe I'll never be good at them. But prediction to MLB World Series. It's Red Sox. Obviously going to go Red Sox. You salvage your 2070 Super from your broken PC and gonna. Oh, that's pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good PC to me. There's still the holiday colored M&Ms. Oh, well, whoever said what's good, man? I can't see your name because the contrast is terrible. I'm glad you liked it, Maryberry, because a lot of people fucking hated it. A lot of people were like, fuck this opinion. And I'm like, it's not like I'm dying on this hill. Like, I just was like, oh, you know, this is an interesting take. I'll go for it. Oh, you spilled milk on your PC, King Charlie? That's disgusting. A cross-stitch project? I have a business P.O. box right now, but I don't have like a fan one. So like TBD. I don't know yet. I'll find out. The UPS one was $150 for 6 months, I think. Which content creators inspire you? Nakey Jakey, Scott the Waz inspire me, but they're very video game heavy, but their content always felt authentic, and you know, I like video games too. Like, I kind of pretend like I'm not a super video game nerd, but I definitely am. So yeah, I've never played Mafia 2. They inspire me. There's people that I really enjoy that make like nature-based content too, but making videos is really hard. It's harder than it seems. If you want to make a good video, like, you have to write. Like, Nakey Jakey is making like a huge in-depth script. He's making like 100-page fucking script. That's insane. You know, like, not only do you need to be good at editing and good at music integration and timing and humor, you have to be good at writing. Which, like, I think I'm okay. I was good at writing essays in school, but like, doing it creatively is really difficult. And so, oh, Gray Dork, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. We're just chatting. A Big Papa Roman 03. I could try Critical style rant videos, but I feel like Critical's rants only work because they work. And so let me explain. I think like a lot of his audience is like, oh, I'm here because this is a big streamer, big creator with a big opinion. Like, let me watch. I feel like when you're starting out, that's not something people are going to tune in for. So yeah, I don't know. Like, sure, I could rant about something. PS5 just fell asleep. But I don't know if it's I don't think at 39,000 subscribers, that's something that would work that well. But yeah, video essays. The next one is going to be like kind of like a walk in the woods with video essay bits. That's what I'm going to try. But I'll tell you right now, it's been really hard to find the time to do my own YouTube stuff because Take It Easy is consuming this office. Because Emma and I are like solely in charge of editing, and it's a lot. How can you acquire 15,000 in a couple months? If you're like desperate, probably look into trading options on stocks and just make safe bets and go for that. NCR or Caesar's Legion? NCR. Come on, I was in the Marine Corps. That's basically the same thing. Yes, I edited 100% of my own videos. Emma and I both edit all the Take It Easy stuff, all the Patreon stuff. I've done Chuckle editing, which editing a podcast is not that difficult, especially if you use multicam. DC Sanity 12, thank you for the sub. Yeah, if you guys are going to edit a podcast or just like a cam, B, or anything where you're not doing effects, you're just doing camera styles, or actually, I mean, you could do this for anything and then add effects after, but nesting the footage and doing a multicam sequence, so when you're watching, you can just like control 1, control 2, control 2, control 1, like you can just shift the cameras like that. It's very easy. The bats from your city's bat houses have gone missing. Did they migrate? Because it is still winter. I don't know where you live, but what didn't you like about Fallout 4, and how do you feel with the different power? Well, I didn't like that you got power armor immediately. I didn't like how, like, if you're doing the Minuteman quests that were like, there's a settlement in trouble. Those were endless quests. They would never end. And it didn't feel very deep. Like, I thought it was a lot cheesier, and it didn't feel like an adult game, whereas New Vegas had really good writing, good text options, like limitless avenues in which you could go through the story, which Fallout 4 felt like it was lacking. My rank in Rocket League, in duos, it's platinum something, but a couple seasons ago, my last one, it was diamond something, which I think is higher than platinum. In trios, I think it's gold something. And let me just say, we've had some new players come on board. We've been playing with some new people, and I'm at the top of the leaderboard every time. We are not gold, and I only play with these guys. We are not gold because of me. We are gold because of some people that you guys may or may not know. You do. I'm not going to name them, but they are dragging me down. It's not Domo and it's not Nicole. That's all I'll say. My Marvel Rivals rank, I have no idea. The last time I played it, you guys were watching. And I got really drunk on that stream. I also got really drunk, which that stream still went well. I got too drunk on that horror game we played, and I should have not been drinking like that. I love Smash Bros, but I'm not a competitive smasher. Ted and I would battle like semi-competitively back in the day. A Smash 4 on the Wii U we were really into, which is basically Smash Ultimate, but it was on the Wii U. I don't know my bat species. I'm sorry. I should. I have a mammals poster up, and I don't know them. But Smash, I really like just for like, it just feels like it pays homage to Nintendo series. You get to see all the different stages. It's got so much music in it. Like you could buy Smash Bros just for the soundtracks. Turbojet, Turboprop, or Turbofan? Turboprop all day, baby. My main, Captain Falcon. Yeah, Rocket League is kind of the only competitive game I enjoy. Yeah, I main Captain Falcon all day. Always have. Although I do enjoy playing Samus from time to time, or Link, or Marth. I did not watch the Oscars. No, I don't care. Yeah, Ted always played Mario growing up. I watched the first episode of the Fallout show, but I just wasn't that interested. I don't really like adaptations. So, like, lately, aka like the last decade, Disney's the worst one of this. They're like, oh, we need to make a live action adaptation of an animated show. So they'll do Lion King, or they'll do, I don't know, any of the others. And it's like, why? The show, it wasn't intended to be live action. When you make an animated show, it looks exactly how the animators intended. And it's animated, so anything you think about, any idea you have, any thought, you can implement it exactly how you want because it's animated. And 2D, it's drawn. It's within the 2D medium. I love 2D because 2D is so easy. You can make it look precisely. But when you enter a 3D environment and you do live action, whether it's CGI or real actors or hybrid, it's never going to look like real life. It might look close, but it's never going to look that. And like with a 2D cartoon, you can make it look exactly how you wanted it to. Like you can dream it up, you can draw it. That doesn't really apply for 3D models. That's why 3D model games don't age well. That's why Madden 05 didn't age well. You know, that's why Beyond Good and Evil didn't age well. Assassin's Creed 2 didn't age well. Because it's trying to look real, it won't age well. But something with a good art style that didn't try to look real, it tried to look the way they intended it. Link's, what's it called? Wind Waker, Scooby-Doo, Adventure Time. The old ones still look great because it looks exactly how they wanted it to look. Because it's 2D or it has great art direction. When you chase realism, it'll never look real and it'll always look outdated. So, yeah, I have no idea why things are like, oh, we need to make a live action. Like, the not live action can take you so much further. Like, would you make a live action Spirited Away? No, like, it looks perfect. It looks exactly how it was intended to look. Making it live action can only be a downgrade. So yeah, I always think live actions and adaptations are always a downgrade. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? It's like an anime. It's like a North American anime. It looks perfect. And the firebending doesn't look realistic, but it looks like it fits within its own medium. And year after year, decade after decade, they try to do a live action adaptation. I have no idea why. And it's never going to look good because firebending and earthbending and airbending are going to look really stupid when you try to make them look like they're in real life. So if you want to make more content out of that world, I disagree, but at least make it in the same exact medium the world exists in. Like, the world is 2D. It's never going to be 3D. So make it add up, make it make sense. So yeah. Oh, what's up, Mountain Dew? Marcy, how's it going? So yeah, and like Americans especially, because the Japanese have not lost this. And Americans have started consuming like monster amounts of Japanese content. Anime's 2D, more or less. So, and like we all love that shit. I don't watch a ton of anime, but I totally appreciate the art style and the format, and I'll probably get into it at some point. But, like, why did Americans give up on animation? Like, if you watch a 90s Disney show or movie, not a show, a movie, that's 2D, the animation is incredible. Like, right before they made the switch, it looks so good. It looks so good. But then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we have to do 3D because 3D is, like, the latest technology. Like, just because the technology's old doesn't mean it's bad. Like, hand-drawn animation and stuff, you can't beat that. That's why, like, this is a big reason I love old SpongeBob. Not just because it's so much better, but when the episodes that are hand-drawn, there's so much character and soul in that. But once you go to that late stage, like, computer-generated, perfect lines every time, perfect backgrounds every time, it takes a lot of the soul out of it. So yeah, Yeah, Forza 5 winning best art style over Little Nightmares 2 is a crime because Forza 5 doesn't have an art style. It's just going for realistic 3D graphics, which is important in its own right. And in a realistic racing sim, you want it to look as real as possible. That's fine. They're not going for a long-lasting art style. Little Nightmares 2 has a very distinct art style. It's not trying to look realistic. It's trying to look like Little Nightmares. And that is going to make that game age so much better than Forza 5 could ever hope to. So yeah, and that's why this is another reason that 16-bit games and pixel art look really good, because with pixel art, you are limited to the 2D space. You can't make a 3D game. Like Pokemon Emerald looks as good as it possibly can because it can't exist outside of 2D. It's a 16-bit game. That's why Super Nintendo games and Game Boy Advance games have aged really well, I think. But N64 games have not aged well. If you want to play a native N64 game, it looks like dog slop. But if you want to play a native Game Boy Advance game, it still looks great. Like Stardew Valley. Modern games, still pumping out updates, huge player base. 16-bit game. Whether it's truly 16-bit, I don't know, but it looks like a 16-bit game. It could exist on a Game Boy Advance. Because if you regulate yourself to the 2D medium, you can make masterpieces. But if you go 3D, you're chasing real life, and you're never going to be able to emulate real life. No matter how far we go, you can't make something look truly real, which is what no art direction 3D graphics go for. Like, a game can still be fun from the N64, but in terms of graphics, they don't look good. Mario Kart 64 didn't look good, but that game did need to make the transition. But like Super Mario World on SNES looks better today than Super Mario 64 does, if you get what I mean. And I don't know if that's an opinion that I said, but I feel like it's a fact. Like, you can upscale, you can have Super Mario World fit on your monitor today, no problem. It'll look great. It'll look fantastic on an OLED modern screen, whereas Super Mario 64 won't. It won't translate that well. If anything, it's going to exacerbate, I don't know if I pronounced that right, the polygon aspect. So yeah. But yeah, I really like old animation. Like the old SpongeBob's, the old Scooby-Doo's from like the 60s, like Tom and Jerry, Pink Panther cartoon. Like those have so much character and soul in them versus like we don't even seem to make new 2D shows anymore. Some people do, but like not like we used to. Like if you watch Cartoon Network 2000, there's not a 3D show on there, which it was really cool. Everything had its own unique art style and animation style. I've never seen the Kiss Scooby-Doo. GameCube was the first console generation in which the 3D graphics could age better, but the 3D, like if you have it's 64-bit, we're still making 64-bit. Like 64-bit can evolve, whereas 16-bit is like stuck. 16-bit is like 16-bit, but 64-bit is a spectrum in which we haven't even found the end of. So there's aging going on. Done on that. You like the look of Fallout 3 in New Vegas more than New? Well, yeah, that's probably nostalgia talking, but like New Vegas has almost an art style. So yeah, my favorite Flash game, really any of the games that Nitrome put out, I really liked. I used to go to Nitrome's website and play Ice Viking or something. You would free these Vikings from ice. That was kind of almost a strategy game a little bit, or like a puzzle. It was like a puzzle game, not a strategy game. Line Rider, Flash Cat, Acros or Arknose Energizer was a good one on Miniclip. If Club Penguin counts, then fucking Club Penguin 100 times over. Yeah, Ice Viking is a great game. Oh, we've got a fucking ad. Icebreakers, maybe that was what it was called.
We always felt like our content
Total Drama Island was a decent show, but I didn't love the animation style personally. That show, when I was watching it as like a 11-year-old, I was like, this feels like it's kind of like a grown-up show. Yeah, the limits that we set are what makes art unique. That's a good quote right there. Hated Total Drama Island. It was like reality TV for kids. It was kind of slop. It was a little sloppy. Webkins was good. Webkins was good too, but Club Penguin definitely had the win. If you didn't play Club Penguin, I'm sorry for you. It was awesome. Webkins was great. I haven't watched BoJack Horseman. The teetering on an adult child humor line is what makes things great. It's why SpongeBob was really good. It's why Regular Show is really good. Adventure Time has that. Like it gives it that edge that adults can enjoy. And I think it makes kids develop a better sense of humor. If like, because they're trying, like they don't even know, but they're being like influenced by this adult humor style, and it makes it more witty. And also, if it's like an adult show, but they have to keep it PG, it makes them get really creative. Which, like, yeah, they're putting a limit, an artificial limit on the show, and they have to get creative with how they use that limit. And SpongeBob's awesome at it. I've never seen Castlevania, no. The Club Penguin remake, I've never played that. I've never engaged with it. Club Penguin was a really cozy game. And maybe the Dunkin' order today was a medium iced coffee with oat milk. But I'm just drinking the ice water. And I'll say this. 3D doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but it means the animation won't age well. Like Toy Story 1. Incredible movie. Super funny. Awesome example of a movie that is basically for adults within a kid's medium. The animation has not aged well. Like, it's janky as fuck. But it's so good I don't care. But it didn't age well. Like, you look at Toy Story 4, it's like, holy shit, this is amazing 3D animation. And we might get to a point where that happens. But Pixar is also like a monstrous studio, and they're only going to put the best into Toy Story specifically. But yeah, that's a show that had that great adult child like teetering. I never watched Mad TV. I remember when like that Mad show came on Cartoon Network, but I was never that interested. I think that was right when I was kind of transitioning into like more adult stuff. Never seen any of the Sonic movies. I'm not a Sonic kid. Growing up, I was like, fuck Sonic. That's just like a shitty copy of Mario. Shrek 5, not interested. Shrek 1 and 2 are amazing, but I can't imagine that they're going to put anything like good out. I just don't trust like a modern studio that puts out a lot of movies to make anything good. Oh, thank you, NMW Media. Glad you like it. It's not done yet, but it's something. Ben 10 was pretty good. The animation I didn't think was great. It was like definitely cheap, but the show was pretty good. I really liked when they would introduce a new alien. So here's something I'm thinking about doing. So my step siblings and I, growing up, would play a lot of Mario Kart DS. Because you only needed, all of us had DSs. You only needed one copy of Mario Kart DS to play with everyone, which was really cool. The most pro-consumer thing ever. Clarence? No, I had never seen it. So I was thinking this Christmas when like my family's all together, I have probably 2 DS Lites and then 2 or 3 3DSs or 2DSs, whatever. So I probably have like 5 DS capable systems. I was like, I should charge them all, make sure they all work, and bring them all to Christmas, and we could all play Mario Kart DS again. I think that'd be really fun, and because it would just hit like it would blindside them with nostalgia. Yeah, Mr. Squid, it's been getting lit up on social media. Hopefully they change it back. Yeah, Mario Kart DS was the first Mario Kart I ever owned personally. I had played a decent amount of Double Dash, but sorry guys. But yeah, Mario Kart DS was the first one I owned. And it was great. It was a really good Mario Kart. Good amount of unlockables. You know, it took a while to 100%. Great compatibility with friends. Mario Kart Wii, I think, was probably the best all-around Mario Kart, though. Some people will say 8, but I'm going to say this. I think 8 has too much, and I think its quality, it's like average quality, decreased with the DLC. And that might be a controversial opinion, but a lot of the DLC maps or courses on Mario Kart 8 are Mario Kart Tour tracks, which feel like they're not, I don't think they're very good. They don't really fit the vibe of Mario Kart, and the 3D design and art direction of them is way less than the native Mario Kart courses. It was great to play like some of the classics, but they redid the soundtracks on some of them. So like Waluigi Stadium, I think that's the one. It's like mud. It's like a dirt bike course kind of. The soundtrack's horrible now. It's awful, which was such a bummer. That's like one of my all-time favorites. Waluigi Pinball's on there, which is great. I love to see it in HD. But it's like you guys missed so many. Like, and I don't want Mario Kart Tour tracks on there. So yeah, Mario Kart 8 I think is diluted. Yeah, it's like mobile graphics on the Switch, which is like, I would have rather less courses for the same price. That's better. Yeah, Coconut Mall's on there. Horrible art. Like, they made it look like shit because they ripped it from the mobile version, not the Mario Kart Wii version. Like, if you're gonna make it, do it right. I think, and I was deep in Mr. Iwata's Wikipedia page. If you guys don't know, Iwata was the president of Nintendo and died at like 55 of cancer complications or something, which is such a tragedy. He ran Nintendo until like late 20-teens. So the Switch had just launched. And since then, I think Nintendo has lacked a lot of the flair that it had back in the day. So I don't know if you guys are feeling that, but yeah, Disney Infinity I never played. I think my sister played it. But I don't know if you guys feel the same way about Nintendo. But yeah, that Reggie left too, which was president of Nintendo America. And there's something... Who's this? Nuckshock's rating with a party of 7. Whoa, what's up, Nuckshock? Thank you. Huge raid. Yeah, thank you very much. I haven't gotten a raid in a long, long time. What's up, Raiders? Welcome. What were you guys up to? Are you a fan of the show, or am I a brand new raid for you? I don't recognize you. It's a Chuckle Sandwich guy. I'm literally wearing my Chuckle merch. Chuckle Sandwich is dead, though. Forget it. Let's take it easy now. Different show, not the same, but kind of. What were you guys up to? Thank you for the raid once again. It's been so long since I've been raided. Just got the cup cozy in the mail. Oh, the koozie, you mean? But yeah, I don't think Nintendo's been the same since Iwata left. And I hope they find themselves again on Switch too. It's sad I didn't expect to join in on one of your raids. I don't know why that's sad. Randomized Pokemon Nuzlocke? What game? Which one? Yeah, the Silly Goofy Ollie. Those are the first ones I made. I made those like a week into streaming for the first time. Who made the Take It Easy? I don't know their name. We hired somebody to make it. I think it was the same person who made the Chuckle one. The the DS Mario Party had awesome mini games. Chuckle Sandwich, yeah, it had to die. I wish it kept going. I was enjoying it. It was a good, steady job. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm repping one of the sample pieces. I think it just has this on the front. There's nothing on, no, there is. Yeah, DS Mario Party was awesome. It was so good. I played the shit out of that with my sisters. The mini games were awesome. That was just a great game. But once again, because they kind of went for like the 3D on the DS, which couldn't really handle it, didn't age that well in terms of how it looks. But it was really fun. So here's the Switch 2 thought, which I haven't talked to you guys since the Switch 2 thing dropped, maybe? Or no, we definitely have. But I don't think I've talked about it. So Switch 2 is the first time Nintendo's ever called something 2, which is definitely new. I'm conveniently excited for Switch 2 because it'll be backwards compatible, same cartridges, same format. Like, I don't have to worry about all my Switch library. Like, at least that Switch library will carry me like another 8 years or something, you know? But it did lack a little bit of the innovation and flair that Nintendo's known for. Like, they always try to do something, at least with Iwata and Reggie, it was like innovation. Like, they were pushing it. Even if it was something like that wasn't the most like graphic intense, they were pushing innovation. So, I don't know. I feel like the Switch 2 is going to lack a lot of, like, it'll do well, I bet, but it's going to lack like that Nintendo feel. Like GameCube, super unique looking product. Looks nothing like what came before it and looks nothing like what came after it. So, yeah, I'm a little worried that Switch 2 is going to feel kind of underwhelming, especially if it's not that powerful. Like, I feel like if you're going to make a similar console, like a 2, because like the Super Nintendo was basically a 2. They just call it Super. And it doubled the power and the look of the games. Like Mario 3 versus Super Mario World, huge difference. And so that was great. Is the Switch 2 going to have twice as much power? I don't know. And that's kind of my worry, is like, if you're going to do a direct sequel, you got to chase performance. Like PS4 versus PS3 versus PS4 versus PS5 is like major power increase without much change to like the design or the UI or like the way it works. So if they're not going to change all that, I would hope there's a major power increase, but I don't know. The thing with like the Wii U gamepad doing the transition, I feel like on Switch it's impossible because the dock has no power. The dock is literally just like a dock. It doesn't actually output anything natively. If they pull that off, that'd be cool, but I don't know. If they're going to go for the same format, I just hope it's really powerful. Or I wish that... I'm not a hybrid guy for my Switch, unless they could pull off the Pokemon thing that we were talking about earlier, in which case I'd be so down. But for my Switch, 99% of my Switch playtime is docked. So I don't give a fuck about the portability. So I'm like, give me something like the size of the GameCube that just has like monstrous amounts of power, so I can play like... I want like PS4 level power. So, like, if you could play Breath of the Wild on like a PS5, it would look so fucking good. 4K, 60 FPS, good lighting. It would look so good. Massive render distance. But it's stuck. So I'm really hoping, are we going to bottleneck ourselves again with a normal sequel console? Like, I don't know. What would you like to see in a new 3D Mario game? I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I'll tell you what I don't want. That's easier. I don't want to see Super Mario Odyssey 2. I would be really bummed. If they wanted to give us Super Mario Odyssey 2, the time to do it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It's not now. Like 2020 or 2021, that'd be great. Mario Galaxy 3, I would take, because Mario Galaxy is incredible, but they missed the chance for Odyssey 2. Odyssey was not incredible enough to give us a sequel as the launch title for the new console. They could do Galaxy 3 and include 2 and 1 in it or something. Galaxy 3 would be cool. But I don't know. Super Mario Sunshine 2 maybe. But like ideally it's a brand new Mario with, although I don't love Mario's new art style. They changed the design of Mario. And maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic or I don't like change or something, but I don't know. It looks kind of uncanny. It doesn't look like Mario to me. It looks like a new character. But I don't know. Ray tracing is like cool, but I think it's kind of a scam. You know what I enabled ray tracing on is I enabled it on War Thunder recently, and War Thunder's been crashing on me, which has never happened. I've fucking 1,800 hours. It's never crashed on me like that. So I haven't played any Pokemon games on Switch, but Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu or whatever, those were the closest I got to buying one. And I still might pick them up, which is kind of a cop-out because it's a remake of Gen 1, or kind of. But no, the modern Pokemon stuff has gone in a direction that I don't feel like I can really support. It's just not that... They're making slop. They've gone the EA, Ubisoft, Activision route where they're just chasing the paycheck, and they've lost the love of the game. Portal, ray tracing, yeah, it looks pretty damn cool. Yeah, Donkey Kong looked weird in the new Mario Kart teaser, and I hope they fix it. I really like Donkey Kong's design. Actually, here's a little fun fact about me that most of you probably don't know. One of my all-time favorite games is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on the Wii. It was a new Play Control game, which new Play Control was a series of games that they brought over from the GameCube and implemented motion controls. On the GameCube, it had the bongos to play, which are pretty iconic, but I actually like playing it on the Wii remote with Nunchuck a lot more. So yeah, that game is just so fun. Well, Nintendo doesn't... It's not hard for Nintendo to compete. The Switch is on track to being the most successful video game device ever created. So, the thing you have to realize about Nintendo is it's not competing with anyone else. It is only competing against its prior console. Like, Nintendo's only trying to beat itself. They're not really trying to compete with PlayStation or Xbox. Xbox is basically dropped out of the running. Or like Steam Deck. Like Steam Deck is serving an entirely different customer base than Switch is. And I'd say a lot of people with Steam Decks have a Switch. Like everybody has a Switch now. Whether you're a PC player, PlayStation, Xbox, or you're not a gamer really, you all have a Switch. So yeah. My Mario Kart main changes. It's been Donkey Kong. It's been Shy Guy. It was Toad way back, but Toad kind of fell out of the meta as heavier characters, or maybe I just got better or something. But Yoshi a little bit. Yeah, I'm not interested in a Steam Deck. The thing with like PC games, because of the job I work, I have a really nice computer. So I'm like, if I'm going to play a PC game, I'll just do it on my computer. Also, that kind of didn't make sense, but I don't game on my PC a lot these days because I work on my PC and I'm on camera on my PC and I'm doing Take It Easy. I'm doing gaming videos. Like I kind of like to go play on my PS5 in the living room to kind of like disconnect from my office space. Not that I don't like making you guys streams and videos and stuff, but it's nice to have like a separation of like work and like responsibility. It's basically like a separation of responsibility and play. So that's actually really made me get into console gaming again. And the PS5 looks great. I have the base model PS5 with the disc drive, of course. And it outputs, like, the menus and stuff are 4K HDR. They look beautiful. And then the games will vary between the settings. But overall, they look really good. And So yeah, I mostly play PS4 games on it too, which all look really good. And they run really well. So yeah, working on the computer has pushed me towards console gaming more. Because high school, I was like all in on PC. You've been playing Pokemon Emerald on an emulator on your phone. I'm glad you're enjoying it, but I really feel like it needs to have an authentic way to play. Smash Brawl was the first Smash I owned. Personally, I loved it, but I don't foresee myself really going back to it. If it wasn't on, like, if they had it on the Switch Virtual Console somehow, I would play it. But I don't want to. The Wii is a weird console to boot up again, you know? You need to have the Wii remotes. You got to have the sensor bar. You got to have batteries in your Wii remotes. Like, there's a lot of bullshit that goes into the Wii. Even more so on the Wii U, honestly. The Wii U's got the fucking gamepad. Like, it's a bummer because I would play it more often if it didn't have so much bullshit attached. Like, my GameCube is so easy. Like, the whole console is like a brick. Yeah, you can use candles as a sensor bar, which is kind of neat. That's a good fun fact. Yeah, the Wii is just like if you're having friends over and they're like, oh, you should set up the Wii, like, let's play Wii Sports. Just for like nostalgia, it's like, nah, it's not worth it at all. You gotta have the sensor bar, the Wii remotes, the nunchucks, batteries. Like, it's not gonna hook into an HDMI. You can't just like pull an HDMI to something you already have and put it in there. You gotta fucking run the AV cables. And the Wii U is like, you gotta have the gamepad on the fucking dock with the charger. You gotta have the fucking, it's like, it adds the gamepad layer, which is annoying too. It's too much. It makes it really not palatable to play anymore. Which is a bummer because I like my Wii. Also, the Wii has no native HD, like, it doesn't have HDMI, which is really irritating because at the time it came out, it should have. I mean, that's how they made it so cheap and that's how they made it work, but like, it's just as inconvenient for like longevity, historical preservation reasons, which the Wii U has an HDMI, but the Wii U is hardly anyone has. I have one, and it's even more complicated. Nintendo Land is great, but if you want Nintendo Land to really shine, you got to have 4 Wii remotes, and that means you got to have 8 fucking AA's ready to go. So, yeah. What's up, Volume? You're not late. You showed up when you could, and that's all that matters. Yeah, Subspace Emissary was cool. I liked Subspace Emissary way, way more than I liked the Ultimate one. I fucking hated the Smash Ultimate single player, and I only beat it because that was the only way to unlock the GameCube's menu music for Smash Ultimate, and I needed that because I fucking hated this anime intro ass menu music they had. Like, what the fuck was that? I like Smash Ultimate, it's great, but there's some art direction things I do not like, and that was the menu music. The World of Light sucked. I didn't care at all. I just wanted the menu music. Smash Melee's menu music is so iconic. It goes so hard. It matches a fighting game well. It was cool, and it felt futuristic. And the announcer. I don't love the new announcer that much. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on it? I've always felt like I don't ever hear anybody talking about that. Oh yeah, of course you can change the menu music. Even on the GameCube, I think you could change the menu music. Brawl's menu music, I know a lot of people like that, but I always thought it didn't hold a candle to Melee. What's up, Gramster? You still don't have a Switch? Well, don't buy one now. If you want to buy an OG Switch, wait for the new one to launch because the price is certainly going to drop. It would be crazy if they didn't drop the price. But then at that point, just buy the new one because it's going to be backwards compatible. Hopefully it can output 4K. That would be like even just for the menu, like the UI, please. So I don't know. And HDR, like please, I love HDR. I'm an HDR slut. I don't really even know what it is, but it makes the blacks really black and it makes the whites really white, and it just looks super good on a TV that supports it, which is most TVs now. Opinion on TF2? Never played. I don't know. Never looked that interesting. Oreo Milkster, I did not get the Wordle today. We actually had a whole drama about it. And we've got a conspiracy going against Schlatt. But yeah, I failed the Wordle today, and I had to do like a coming out about it. It hurt. And this is actually to make matters worse. This is the second time I've failed the Wordle within a week. The conspiracy is that if you watch Take It Easy, which you all should, it's going to become a requirement soon if you want to pass the class. If you watch Take It Easy, I mentioned early on that Schlatt didn't respond one day to my Wordle score, and Schlatt has not missed a single day since. It's been 3 weeks, maybe more. So I think I having failed today, I was like, maybe I just won't send him my score today, and I'll just act like I forgot. But then I was like, oh my gosh, what if that's what he did that day that one time he didn't respond? So yeah, that's the conspiracy, and it's going to come out on Take It Easy. Oh yeah, he sends it first most of the time. I forget about the Wordle, and then I get a text from Schlatt that's a score. And I will say this, he's pretty good. He beats me most of the time. Take It Easy is a new show. It's a show that Ted and I both host on YouTube, on Patreon, on all the audios. It's kind of like a spiritual successor to Chuckle, but it's more based in Ted and I's friendship and relationship for the last 11 or 12 years or whatever. There's also a Patreon portion which has extra episodes every week. Emma and I are both on camera doing a show on there. There's gaming episodes every week, with the first one launching later this week. But yeah, check it out. We would love to see you guys check out and show your support in the comment section on YouTube. You can say that you came from my stream. That would look pretty cool. Ted would think that's pretty... He'd give me a pat on the back. If you get in now, you're getting in early. You can say you're an OG fan. DC Sanity, absolutely. I will be on there at some point. I'm thinking about making... So I'll tell you, since you guys are like my inside crew, and I feel comfortable around you guys, and you guys have never broken my trust, I'm going to tell you this little idea I had for a Patreon gaming episode. So right now we've done 2 or 3 episodes of Project Zomboid, depending on how you break it up. I'm thinking that we do like every once in a while, every other month or something, we do an episode on the Minecraft Patreon server. But I was thinking like, what if we had it modded or I don't know, whatever you call it, where no one could see our names like through the dirt, because that gives you away. And we did like we spied on our viewers, or we hunted them without them knowing that we were on there recording a video, and we found what they were doing, went through their stuff, we almost like a documentary of our viewers on there. I think it could be pretty fun. It'd be like a sneaky little show. There's an ongoing joke, which is kind of morbid, that Ted's gonna die in October of 2025 on this date. I don't know the date. And it's a joke from years ago. So now the Schlatt fans are still, I don't know, hoping Ted will die or something. I don't really get it. But yeah, it's in the comment section big time. Take It Easy merch. Well, a merch company is looking to sign us for exclusivity soon. So we'll have like a merchandise company. But when we'll actually drop the first merch, I don't know. maybe towards the end of May or something. We kind of have to like, you know, we're still very much like launching. Oh, thank you, Volume.
Wednesday, March 19th.
This is an old school ad.
Also live on stage is Queen Key and Boston Richie. Get your tickets now at GorillaOfficial.com.
Get your tickets now, guys. That felt like an ad that would come on like MTV back in the day. What was I saying? I don't even know. Yeah, my ad blocker finally broke, so now my YouTube has ads again, which I guess is good because people get paid or something. But it's YouTube, man. Am I a Glorilla fan? No, I have no idea who that even was. Oh yeah, merch. We're still very much in the early days of the podcast and finding our voice and our vibe and finding our audience and stuff. So, but yeah, we hope to do some merch in the future. But I don't know if our audience is big enough for merch yet. Yeah, Sid, we could get you some merch samples. Hopefully we grow our income so we can grow our employee base and create a whole Take It Easy family. But we're still very early on in the process right now. And, you know, just kind of in the grind zone, just filling that Patreon up with content, making sure we're always on time, getting the episodes out. And, you know, we're still just very early on in everything. I'm just putting my head down and grinding and trying not to worry about the numbers too much right now. Yeah, YouTube ads have also, because I watch... Anyway, YouTube ads have gotten out of control. I watch YouTube a lot on my PS5 on my TV, and oh my God, they'll give you like a 45-second unskippable now. And I'm like, what happened to like the 5-second unskippable? It's like they're slowly pushing. And also from like Chuckle data, I've noticed watching it that the amount of ad rev that we got coming into the channel, like the business, was slowly becoming a higher and higher percentage of YouTube Premium. So YouTube Premium, they're really pushing that, not through advertising for it, but by advertisers getting more ad space on YouTube. Yeah, and I do feel like ads on console are worse than on PC, on desktop. The shelves, no. These are like old as fuck. The house is from like 1850. These are original floorboards, and these are old beams. I didn't build these. They're not really even shelves. Like, it's kind of just like an old ass 2x4 type thing. That's, I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. A 2-hour unskippable university tour ad? That's like a crime right there. Someone should get a ticket for that. Well, yeah, I think like so many people were using ad block that YouTube cracked the fuck down on ad blocks in the last 6 months. And they're all seemingly broken now. It's like when Discord cracked down on like the music bots. I don't know if you guys use a music bot in your Discord server, but it was really, really fun. But they're cracking down on them. So now everyone's like, fuck, I can't go back to watching ads on YouTube. So now everyone's going YouTube Premium, which I have thought about, but I don't know. See you later, silly goofy Ollie. Thanks for watching. I had uBlock Origin. Oh, your days are numbered. But I'm also so entrenched in Google Chrome. I can't switch off Google Chrome. I will never... Here, write this down, folks. You guys are here. You're my trusted crew. Send it to me and say yes, please. Please. Write this down. I will never start using Opera GX. So, if you ever see me doing an Opera GX ad in the future, just know I got paid a lot of money to say that shit. And my actual daily routine has nothing to do with Opera GX. Absolutely not. But I would happily take a fucking sponsor because I would like to be able to put my heat above 60 degrees. Nah, they're never going to watch this. Yeah, I'm always like, you're not fucking using that. Are you kidding me? Oh, you know what the problem though is, Sid? I mean, you can set. Here's another ad.
Got safety
We just had one. This is a fucking live
Granger
stream
is
I'm
the safety
watching.
Pros 2 call. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at
The problem is now. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm like, I'll switch between my channel, my VOD's channel, and the Take It Easy channel. And so YouTube Premium's only going to work for one of them. I should put it on my channel and kind of just like hope Ted ends up putting Premium on the Take It Easy channel. Because we're both in and out of that YouTube channel all the time. Like I'm like right now we're listening to this and I'm on the Take It Easy channel. But I never know like what channel I'm logged into, you know? Yeah, I'm never going to use Opera GX, so if you see me do an ad for it in the future ever, just know I got paid like thousands of dollars to do that, and it was way too good of a deal to pass up. But I've never been offered an individual ad, I don't think, for anything. Not yet. Not yet. But I bet if I keep making YouTube videos, I bet this year will be the year. Because I could certainly use the money. I could certainly use it. Only thousands. Dude, ads pay mega money. Like they'll pay little money sometimes, but they'll also be paying some of the big names like just unreal money. Like they'll pay somebody a year's salary for an ad. And it's like, holy fucking smokes. That is ridiculous. Would I take Raid Shadow Legends? Depends on the price. I'm open to a lot of different ads for any price. Because YouTube ads, YouTubers doing ads is so normal now. And so, like, we all know, like, yeah, that's just part of the job. Like, if you want to do this as a job, you have to take the ads. But yeah, we have an advertising company that is wanting to work with Take It Easy. So they sent us a list of their top 100 ads that they typically send out, and we had to check off the ones we did not want to do. So check off BetterHelp. Ted just told me Honey's no good, so we got rid of that. DraftKings we got rid of. Some marijuana ones, or I guess it's not like technically marijuana or something. I don't know. Those ones that are like skirting around the law, I checked those off. Yeah, Mr. Beast, like, advertising is the sole source of money on the internet, basically. Yeah, THCA, I don't know what that is, but I think we did one on Chuckle. I didn't do it though, but I don't know. I'm like, it's like kind of a weird legal thing because it's not federally legal. So, well, the Marines ad was probably getting targeted towards you specifically, which is weird because you're not even in the U.S. No crypto sponsors. I'll try not to. Once we're locked in, it kind of like there was a few times on Chuckle where we were locked in, which happened with BetterHelp, where we're like, oh, fuck, this thing came out, but we're locked into like a contract. Like we have like a big ass, like real deal contract with a company. So it's like, you guys know how it is. It's like, oh, fuck. But some people get so upset in the comment section and like even on Twitter. And it's like, you don't understand. Like this is a pretty major operation between like Take It Easy and Chuckle are like LLCs. Like they're incorporated things. And the companies we're working with are like big ass companies. And everyone has contracts and stuff. So unless you put it in the... No, Ted and I are 50-50 on Take It Easy. But he was the CEO of Chuckle, basically. Not legally. Well, actually, legally he was, but not in practice. But basically, Take It Easy is a 50-50 joint venture between Ted and I. Yeah, you can't do a disclaimer, though, I feel like, in the ad. The ad reads for Chuckle were all written by Emma, though. Emma is our advertiser our ad writer. She wrote pretty good ads, too. And Studio 71, who we were using for Chuckle, really, really wanted to work with us again because our ads were so good. But their offer was just not... they couldn't give us like the one that was feasible or anything. Yeah, we got a lot of complaints about ads on Chuckle, but like we had Ted was working, Schlatt was working, I was working, Emma was working. We have a guy doing thumbnails. We have people that had made music. We had, you know, we go to do a Chuckle week. We have multiple people working on set. Like, it's a big operation. And if you want to do a big operation with high production value, you need to be able to funnel money into it. So are you taking off sports books? Yeah, no, we took off all the gambling. Sponsor block extension, I've never heard of it, but go for it. I don't care. How long's the contract? It's a 1 year. It'll be a 1 year thing. Same as Chuckle Sandwich. If you'll notice, Chuckle Sandwich ended exactly 1 year after the ads started. Schlatt is a very good ad reader. He is really good. He puts on like the salesman like persona. It's really fun. He's very good at it. I'd say like he does some of the best ad reads I've seen. What's the worst ad? Was BetterHelp. Oh my gosh. The BetterHelp drama was like I don't know if we had to address it, but it came damn close. BetterHelp was a rough ad to get stuck with for like a month and a half. Because sometimes you don't necessarily know what ads are coming. Like they email you like, hey, these 3 ads will be on your next thing. And here are like the things to read about them. And then sometimes the night before they'll be like, hey, can you guys fit an extra one in? Like we have a contract. And like sometimes you're getting the same ad every week. Sometimes it's a different one. Like you don't really know what's coming down the pipeline because they're bidding your ads out in real time. It's not like they have the ad reads for the year. It's like happening live. Once you have the contract, it's on them to go get the ads. So yeah. Yeah, you got to get that fixed out. Hey, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, ads are crazy. I hope that gives you guys some more perspective on how things work and stuff, because I know as a viewer in the past, it's hard to know like how that system actually works when you've got like big high production channels. What's up, Pippa baby? Grunkle, I'm gonna be streaming a couple times a week. I'm gonna shoot for between 2 and 4 times a week indefinitely. The reason it was so spotty is because with the launch of Take It Easy and we moved and it was like the holidays happened and it's been a very hectic stuff with some more announcements coming down the road. So yeah, like my stream schedule was not possible to be able to be getting all that stuff up and running. I'm glad you like it, Pippi baby. I'm still working on it. I want to get more art. I was thinking about so those are bird pictures. The lights are not making you able to see them, but I was thinking about doing bird pictures all the way down that chunk. But I don't know what to do. I want to get like a cool triangular piece of art for that corner and maybe another one for that corner. But yeah, still work in progress. But yeah, I got a lot of green. And I think the green matches the white and the brown really well. There are no ads on Take It Easy yet because contract has not been signed. I think tomorrow we're doing a call about it on Zoom. So yeah, an NCR poster, that would be kind of cool. This, the frame teardown of the GameCube, that would be pretty cool. This house, I have been leaning away from like video game stuff just to kind of like keep it classy, but that could look good more for like here, which you guys can't see, but I could look at it. But I don't know. I'm still like, we're kind of broke right now, so I'm not buying anything to fill the space. I'm kind of like, if I see something really cool out and about, I'll get it, but I'm not in a rush. So it'll kind of just fill in naturally. Yeah, and behind the scenes content will be something that the Take It Easy Patreon posts. We have some film from the photo shoot. That's not like, every week. It'll just be kind of like randomly as we do shit. But that'll be a good place to see it over the long term. Let's see where Emma is. Okay. Emma is coming home right now. I can see her driving on Google Maps. Absolve Gravitas, it's not going well. We've got some drama. I've already talked about it a lot, so I'm not going to go back into it, but stay tuned. The next Take It Easy episode, I will be addressing it, and I will be making an accusation. Have I ever played Hell Let Loose? Yeah. Let me see how many hours I have. I played it quite a bit. I've got 70 hours in Hell Let Loose. Although I haven't played it recently, and I think there's been some big updates. Hell Let Loose is really good. I think Hell Let Loose kind of fills the Battlefield niche a little bit, because Battlefield... Let's talk about Battlefield for a second. If you are like a Call of Duty boy, or you were, then you probably have a similar experience I do, where, oh, Metroid Fusion's great. It's pretty hard, too. That boss fight towards the end is really hard. Always a fan of Metroid. Anyway, I was a Call of Duty kid. I really liked Call of Duty, and that's all I wanted to play. A little bit of Halo or Gears of War. But then Battlefield, my best friend in like middle school, got Battlefield Bad Company 2. And he got this as we were starting to get some news trickling in about Battlefield 3. And the Battlefield 3 marketing, I'll talk about that in a second, was insane. So like I was like, oh, Battlefield, never heard about this. And I was like, okay, he got Bad Company 2 on his PS3, and I had a 360. So I went over to his place. I was like, okay, that's amazing. I have to get that. So I got Bad Company 2, and oh my gosh. I remember like going in, there was Bullet Drop, which was a brand new concept for me. And the maps were huge. There'd be tanks driving, helicopters like flying around, orbiting the point with real players piloting them and stuff. It wasn't just like an automated kill streak. It was like all player controlled stuff. The building, like you'd be in a building sniping or whatever, and a rocket would hit the building and blow a chunk of the building off. Like it felt like it blew Call of Duty out of the water for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never playing Call of Duty again. This is so good. And then Battlefield 3 dropped with incredible marketing. Battlefield 3's marketing was so good that they were dropping full trailers just on their engine. They're like, here's the Frostbite 2 engine. Check this out. Like the sound design, the graphics, the lighting, the destruction. The destruction on Battlefield 3 was so good, and it had jets on console. Like, it was a monstrous game. They fit it onto an Xbox 360, which I played the hell out of it. It was so good. Battlefield 3 was incredible. It was gritty. The lines that the players would say just like on their own were so fucked up. It was great. It felt, and it was very like authentic to like the Marine Corps, because Bad Company 2 is like a US Army based game, but this one is a Marine Corps based game, which I thought was super cool. And oh, it was just incredible. So I totally switched over to Battlefield, and then I played the hell out of Battlefield 3, kind of exhausted myself on it. And at that point I was starting to want to switch to PC. And then Battlefield 4 happened, and I for some reason I didn't get into it. Once Battlefield 4 had run its course, all of its DLC happened, and they had like that EA premium thing or whatever. I had subscribed to that. I got a free trial of it, and then I got a month or two. And I would play Battlefield 4 like after it had been done, and it was pretty good. But 3 still had just so much character. And then I played a little bit of Battlefield 1 on Xbox One with Ted when he first went to college and I first went to the Marines. We would play a little bit of that. But then Battlefield 5 or Hardline, I thought was like, it looked like a gimmick. And Battlefield 5 looked like shit. And then 2042 was trash. So I feel like they just lost their way. You know, we all know, like, EA just got greedy and DICE fell apart and they stopped, like... All right, I'm going to talk about something that I feel passionately about in video games. So today, big studios, EA, Activision, fucking Disney, whoever, are hiring kids who have like a computer science degree or like a coding degree. And they're hiring them to make games. But games back in the day, like Halo 2 or like SSX Tricky or like Diablo were being made by gamers who learned how to code so they could make their own game, not to get a job. And I think that obviously games were way smaller scale and easier to make, but they had so much character. Like the guys who were making Halo 2 and Halo 3 were making it for Halo players because they were Halo players. They're like, oh, it'd be so great if we could do this. Let's make it. What's up, Unleashed Ivy? Welcome back. It's been a while. But now Battlefield's making a game not to appeal to like hardcore Battlefield fans. It's to appeal because the budget's so big. They're trying to make it appeal to as many people as possible. And in doing so, it's appealing to nobody. Whereas like Halo 1, 2, 3 were like shooting for that niche. And because it hit that niche so well, a lot of people fell in love with it. But now like Call of Duty, like they're trying to appeal to so many people because their budget's so big and inflated with so many employees and everything that they're not appealing to anybody anymore. Like Modern Warfare 1 in 2007, you could tell was like Call of Duty fans made it to be the best Call of Duty experience for like their game night, you know, like their LAN party. Like they built the best game for their LAN party, and it just so happened to become a phenomenon. And like you boot up SSX Tricky on the GameCube or the PS2. First splash screen says start game or the making of. And if you watch the making of trailer, it is like these like nerdy skater guys who wanted to build the best possible version of like their real life hobby. Like they were skaters and snowboarders and whatever. And they're like, how can we make a great video game about this? Whereas now it's like EA is hiring kids with like a computer science degree. They don't give a fuck what their hobby is. And What's for Dinner is about to be pot roast. It's going to be good. But yeah, I just think like all these games, if you watch the making of Halo 2 and the making of Halo 3 documentaries on YouTube, it is just, it's like heart-wrenching because that shit does not exist in those franchises anymore. Still exists out there. Primus, thank you for the sub. 11-month streak, that's pretty good. But yeah, that passion for those games just doesn't, for like the development cycle, doesn't exist within those studios anymore. Still exists, and you can see it in games like Hollow Knight, Stardew, like cult classics, right? Like those games appeal to a very niche thing, and because it does that niche so well, everyone kind of starts getting involved. And yeah, like I think like Metroid Prime, like the first game, the games made by Retro Studios were so good because they had such a vision. Like they were hyped to make it. And yeah, like I don't know. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm saying anything radical, but like gamers should make games. And if you watch like the making of like Battlefield, the new Battlefield that's coming out, that's why I'm thinking about this. The brand new Battlefield that's on the horizon. I mean, I fucking hope it's good. If you watch the little teaser they put out about it, the people that are talking about making it don't look like fucking Battlefield fans. They look like corporate executives. But if you watch the making of Halo 3, it's like greasy Mountain Dew gamers like hunched over a keyboard. Like that is what I want. That's the kind of person I want to be making my games. The Battlefield thing is like, it looks like a bunch of corporate fucking losers. And it's like, you guys don't care. You guys are not playing Battlefield in your off time. You never were. You didn't grow up with Bad Company 2 and thinking it's so cool and it pulled you from Call of Duty and you're blowing up the building and you're like mastering how to use a helicopter. Like that wasn't you guys. And so because you don't have that, you don't know what it's going to take to make the game fun. And I think it's the worst in multiplayer games. And that's also because multiplayer games have been absolutely polluted with the loot boxes and the microtransactions and all that fucking shit. That has really exacerbated the problem. But in single players, some people are like, single players are trash now, but that's just not true. You just have trash taste. Great single player games, look at any of the Dark Souls. Anything From Software's ever made is like a 10 out of 10 game crafted with like love and care. Well, actually, I'm about to say this. American games as a general, sorry, are trash. And Japanese games, Nordic games, pretty fucking good. Japan is like the king, and I'm not even a weeb. Maybe I am, but I don't watch. I'm not like body pillow anime fucking weeb. I'm just like, Nintendo's always made bangers. FromSoft's always made bangers. Like Miyazaki, all the Miyazakis make bangers. Konami makes bangers. Like Kojima makes bangers. You know, like they don't miss. American games miss like every throw. They can't hit the target for their life if their life depends on it. Like, look at all these fucking Star Wars games. They're all trash now. Look at all these, what is it? Like, look at all the Xbox franchises. They're dying left and right. Bethesda games are trash now. Halo games are trash now. Like, does anyone even care about Gears of War anymore? Like, so yeah. I've never seen Avowed. Warframe, I've never played. Xbox is like, it's done. I think American developers and game studios are under way too much pressure from corporations and like social stuff on Twitter. Like, they just need to like block out everything and just like make the game you want to make. Like, if you want to go for it, go for it. But there's too many like corporate people who are giving input, and executives giving input, and like people on Twitter giving input. Nintendo games, like Nintendo and FromSoft, there are no leaks. You never hear a leak about those studios, which means there's never any external input about their game, which is great. That means they make what their vision is. Avowed. Oh, which Zelda are you playing, Fu Manchu? Oh, it's Obsidian's. Obsidian, I love New Vegas, but then the Outer Lands I tried, but I just couldn't get into it. I mean, Nintendo always has leaks, but they're so very rare. Like, it's so rare for them to be accurate. Switch 2 is getting leaked, but I think that's because Switch 2 is in full production. So, like, people are physically making Switch 2s right now. Like, right now, someone on the other side of the world is making us Switch 2s. So there's a lot more people with eyes on the product. But, like, within, like, Metroid Prime 4 never has any leaks. And that's going to be, like, a launch title for their new game. Yeah, Valve, great games. Private company, small studio, very, like, internal, you know? The Outer Worlds, the reason I stopped playing was it was a little too silly for me. And I'm, like, a freak, so I hate that. And I didn't like the art style. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. It was cool, but, like, it wasn't for me. Something about it was, like, on my eyes, I didn't like it. The Steam Deck's cool. The Switch paved the way for a bunch of those. And I don't know if I'd ever buy one, but it's definitely a cool product. Tears of the Kingdom, I liked Breath of the Wild more. But I don't know. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and like I'm normally not like a graphics snob, but I feel like, man, those games could just be so perfect on a PS5. Like, it's just, I don't know. I felt like Breath of the Wild had more Miyazaki-like magic to it. Like, coming off the plateau the first time. Oh, Emma's calling me. Hold on. Okay, guys, Emma's home, and she needs help bringing in a lot of groceries. So that means I am out of here. I got my husbandly responsibilities, and that means I'm sending you somewhere else. Who should that be? Where should I send you? Do you have a place you'd like to go? I'm taking recommendations. No preference. Let's see. I will send you to Average Harry. Because that's Insidious's crush.
Chat, don't spoil, please.
There. Get in the raid. We get a lot of people in the raid. The thing with when I announce, like, oh, I'm leaving, a lot of people leave, and then my raid is smaller. And I'm like, damn, I'd love to. You want a raid with a big number because then you look cool. But, okay, we'll raid this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be on again this week. I don't have a schedule, but you'll be seeing me more. Don't worry. All right. See you guys later.